Welcome back to another episode of Jeremy Canner's Ohio Prospecting, and I'm Jeremy Canner. Hope to earn your subscription today. And yeah, back out of one of my favorite places, and I'm gonna do a test pan from right here, and I'll tell you why. As you can see, the gravel likes to come up over this hill here and go right back through there. So the other side of this right here would be a nice spot to check as well, on the front and back. Too bad I can't actually dig in the top bank itself, but that's what I'm working with at the moment. And before I get set up, which I'm probably going to set up out there, which I'm going to test pan around, I'm going to move all the big rocks out of the way, build a wall on the other side, so I have kind of a break wall from this water. As you can see, it's moving pretty good. It's still up about a foot. It's still got a foot to drop. I've been watching it on the water gauge. So let me get some test panning done. I'll show you guys what we get in that. And then after I find my numbers that I want, we're gonna get set up. Bring you guys right back. Okay, so I brought you guys back over here for a quick look, show you what I'm working with. This is pretty much all hard pack right here, and I've been building a rock wall out of all the bigger rocks that I've been pulling out. There's some pretty good sand down in there. Take a look. As you can see, you got the majority of quartz rocks, all different types of plethora of materials, iron stones, garnet sands, black sands, everything that you want to look for. So yeah, I'm going to continue working this spot. It's hard to do panning out here. Hard to get a good sample for panning. It's a lot easier just to shovel and dig, throw right in, and whatever you get, that's what you get. Once I get my bigger dredge all set up, thanks to you, Joe. Thank you, brother. Yeah, Joe's out at another claim today with one of his other friends. I did get invited to go over there today, but I really wanted to get over here and hit this spot that I'm working exactly right here. So, yeah, I want to see what kind of gold's sitting in here, and maybe I can convince him on bringing his dredge over before I can get mine all built. And yeah, Joe just upgraded his dredge from a 3-inch to a 4-inch. Awesome. I can't wait to see that video, brother. I'll be watching. All right, so let me get to working. I'll set you guys up on the tripod over there. Beautiful, glorious day out today. Let's hope the gold is the same. And as you guys can see, it's getting pretty nice out today. And my rock wall's getting a little bit higher up, which is pretty good. It keeps the water from actually blowing all the material off of my shovel, which is even better. So I'm going to continue on building that wall as I keep digging. All the bigger rocks that I find along the way are going to get stacked up across the way that I'm going. And I'm going to try to dig a big pit like I did at the other place, but being as hard packed as it is, we'll be lucky to get down a few feet, but we'll be able to collect the gold that's sitting on the hard pack, especially the flood gold. Which that place right there has a little bit faster pace of water than where I normally work at, that you guys normally see, which there's something to that. I'll show you why whenever we get back to the house and clean it up anyway. Faster pace, bigger boulders, bigger gold. Oh, and one more thing I'd like to add. As I'm digging through the hard pack, I've noticed that there's a lot of clay and sand and gravel stuck to the rocks, which is another good sign of gold could be trapped in that spot. So I'm cleaning off all the rocks while I pile them up. And then I'll take you guys on over here in a bit and I'll show you what I'm talking about. The clay that gets stuck to the rocks, plus big chunks of clay, sand, gravel mix that are being found in little tiny deposits throughout this entire little spot there. So I will take you guys over there in a little bit and show you when I get back done with my break here. Safety meeting. I need it at this point. And this is what I mean by I got clay stuck rocks that I'm digging out from behind my wall here. This is my break wall, so it breaks the tension of the water, so that way I don't have all my material getting swooped off of my shovel here. But that's what I wanted to show you guys. Lots of quartz, lots of ironstones, lots of clay and sand and gravel. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, over in this section, I cleaned it all up. I dug down to waist deep over there. So I didn't feel like getting the water past my hip waders, so I moved over to here. And I'm gonna work the area where I found a 1/10 of a gram plus and a picker last year when I was camping out with the kiddos. So I'm all set up. I'm gonna get it back up and running, and that'll be the second clean out. And then we'll get on to the house and get the cleanup going, so that way you guys can see what I got out of this little adventure today. All right, so I done scraped this whole section from here to about over here where that mossy jug is. And yeah, I think I'm getting pretty tired. Here's the first clean out. I gotta still get the second clean out. I'm gonna put the second clean out into a bucket, so that way when I get home I can compare the clean outs and see which spots got more gold, the bigger rocks or more sand and gravel. but this also had a clay bed. This has a clay bed right on the bottom here, so it's scraping clay, and over in there we were hitting clay. So both spots have pretty good potential. So let's get home and see what's in both of those cleanups. And here's some of my other findings for the day. Nice piece of, this is called an acorn coral. I could tell by this ridge right here, which is one of the larger polyp corals. Pretty nice. Then you got another fossil with all kinds of little doodads all throughout it. And look, I got a piece of lead with a bobber attached to it. Bloop, 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 bloop. Pretty cool. All right. I'll see you guys back at the house. All right. I was getting ready to pull the mat. In fact, I already got the mats partially pulled out. And yeah, I'm pretty excited, as you can tell. Nice. Well, where'd it go? Look at that nice little piece of visible gold. And that's not the only one. It's got some friends. Oh, yeah. It's another nice piece. I seen a piece up here. Yeah, there's a little piece. Nice. So 3 visibles. That's always nice. What's up, you guys? Oh, yeah, where's he at? Lieutenant Inman, what are you doing, buddy? What's up, Peter? Nice to have you guys out on the creek with me today. Seeing some nice little pieces of gold already. Nice. Just the 3 of them. 2 babies and a doe. Huh, well, I wasn't looking. Sorry. See if I can zoom in a little bit closer. Oh, that's it. There they go. Okay, so I've reversed the orders around. I started with my last run first, where I actually found the 2 pieces of visible gold. Actually, like 3 pieces. But, yep. I've already started the rundown. Oh. I don't know if you guys see that or not. Nice piece of gold right there already starting to show up. Pretty nice. So, yeah. Let me run this down. I'll be right back with you guys. Okay, so I'm doing a little bit of a cleanup on my cleanup sluice. As you can see, I started seeing some nice, decent flakes. And I was only working in... And this one's from up in the clay bank with the small sand and gravel. I think I mentioned that already. Still got that to go. But I just want to answer some questions. I've had quite a few of my subscribers ask me about, you know, what kind of tips I would have for working Ohio areas. Well, once you get your spec count that you desire and in the location that you like the best, I would say dig a big hole. Because if you want to collect Ohio gold, you have to process a lot of material in order to get a decent amount of gold. In order to get a decent amount of gold, you need to dig a big pit. And I'm not kidding. Ask Joe and ask all the other gold prospectors that have gold prospected in Ohio. If you want to find good gold, you got to dig deep and dig a lot of it. You know, insides and outsides bends, but then all creeks are different. Like I was explaining earlier in the video, some you have to go out into the middle because where the bigger gold's going to travel is in its bigger gold path. Just like the lighter gold likes to go out on the outside edges where the lighter sands are. which is totally mystery for this gold right here. Well, that area really floods up. So that section there gets about 8 foot of flood on average every time it floods through there. I watch it on the water gauge all the time. So the water is actually coming up over the field and straight across through there. So there's probably a good line of gold where I park my car. But I can't work those areas. So from what I was saying, find you a nice speck count in the creek or the river, whatever you got to work with. Either it be on an inside or an outside of a bend or the opposite side of the creek. Sometimes it's like that. You never know where it's coming from. So it could be leaching from out on the other side. And that's why you can find it there. Or the high velocity of the water could kick it over onto that side. There's many different variables. So just check them all. Just like I was saying, my Ohio buddies, just dig deep. If you want to find the big gold, dig a lot of it. Okay, so now I'm on my actual first cleanup. It's just the way I did it because I needed the bucket that the second cleanup was in so I can clean this out, which is now all dirty. But yeah, let's see if we got any gold at all from that first run where the bigger rocks were. Which there should be at least something. And then I'll do a side-by-side comparison, what was in the easy to dig clay bank versus the hard pack gravel area. Okay, so this is the cleanup from the first run, which was out of towards the center of the creek, I would say. Not quite the center, but out into the middle a little. So let's take a look. Try to get the glare off. All right. It wins and loses with glare. It's better just to move it around like this. So, a little bit of chunky, a little bit of specky stuff. Not what I would have thought would have been out in the middle compared to what I got on the side, which I'm about to show you here real quick. So let's take a quick zoom in to look at these pieces. Nice, not bad, not bad. Still minuscule. So let's show you guys run number 2, and then we'll put everything all together for a total of what we ran today, or yesterday I should say, because this is the next day. So let's get on with it. And here's cleanup number 2 to show you the difference. How much did we get off of the, I'm going to call it the fly paper, because everything that goes through there sticks to it. So yeah, I'd say there's a big difference in size. Yeah. Well, zoom it back out. Now I'll try to zoom in. This is only 2.4 times. Hard to zoom in on with the water in here. So, yeah. Did pretty good all the way around. Should have put my high banker back to the second spot in the first time around, but hey, that's part of prospecting, and it's always worth the chance of checking. And that's not to say that there still ain't gold like this laying behind where I found the other little bit of gold. That's just a sample of what's underneath of that hard pack, which I didn't get through. I just started to crack the seal of that hard pack, but I'm going to need some help over there, and definitely need to get that 3-inch dredge up and running. And then I will collect 10 times this. So let me get this all together and let's see what we got for a total. Okay, so let's take a look at it all together. Nice. There's some decent looking flakes in this run here. Most of it that's to the right here, that's from the big rock pile out in the middle. And this is all from the flypaper section. Well, try to hold it a little bit stiller there for you guys. Sorry, folks. My nerve damage does make my hand a little shaky. And it's the one that I have to hold with because my good hand I got to use to push all the buttons. Sorry. So it does get a little bit shaky. So let's zoom her on in here. Try to focus in. We're at 1.9 times. Let's take it in a little bit further. 2.5. There, I'll try to hold it my best. And we'll move on over. There we go. You got to hold it just right for it to get the focus just right. And that's all I got time for today, folks. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you on out there.